Our ruling center of this island was right here in our district at the top where you guys came over today. It's called the Nui. If you were going to be a king or queen in these islands, you had to be born there. It's just a rock thing out in the middle of a field. It's pretty nuts. And they put these big boulders around it for all the district chiefs had to be there to witness that birth, to acknowledge that person could be a king. All of our kings were born in these sacred areas. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, they believe in reincarnation. So the jumping off point of the souls on this island is right here on that point. It's a very beautiful location. You can access it from your hotel too. You go out the hotel and head to the left and go all the way to the end and you end out here. It's really beautiful. Good spot for a beach hike. The other important things about this area is the sacred fish ponds that are behind us. We're going to go along the entrance of it today. When Captain Cook's men arrived here, they said this was the most beautiful area in Hawaii. They drew a big picture of this whole thing. They walked this area here. They described the fish ponds. They were pretty blown away. They said it stretches for miles and miles and has thousands and thousands of meter-long fish in it. So that's very important. The fish ponds, we weren't allowed to go eat there. Those are reserved for the chiefs and the kings. For the king goes around the island, he has a refrigerator. So those fish ponds, that they fed the kings and the chiefs of these islands. And they were pretty blown away because they just walk out there and go, boop, and then here we go, we got like 100 fish, like not fast, so easy. So I'll explain more about that as we go along the entrance today. The last thing is the far side of our district. There's a sacred temple there. It's right above Waimea Bay. There's a road, if you guys get up and explore that area, Waimea Bay is a really cool spot. The beach is really cool, the valley. They have a park back there with the waterfall. Above that whole thing, there's a sacred temple. It's like a triangular thing, all the way out to the point, up to that ruling center, to the temple. When King Kamehameha conquered the islands, his last battle was right here. They fought him really hard. The ruling families were here. They didn't want to give up this area. When he finally conquered him, the main king, they killed him and they put him out there on the very tip of the point where we're going to go today. And they just let him rot there. And they said it got so bad that you could smell it. It was coming into the sands here. And that was like, don't mess with King Kamehameha, right? That's what they're going to do to you and your family. At that time, he kind of enslaved the community with his warriors. He made them move rock by rock from Waimea Valley to the top of that temple, and they rebuilt the temple and made it bigger. And what that was, the mana, he was demonstrating, I'm a very powerful warrior, and I'm going to come get you, Kauai, next. King Kamehameha actually failed to get Kauai. He tried several times to cross the channel, and they couldn't make it. It's the longest channel crossing. The king of Kauai said, he's going to finally get me one day. So he made a deal. He sent his brother here. If you let my brother live until he dies, we'll just surrender the whole island to you. That's what they did. That king lived about 6 more years. He died. King Kamehameha sent his brother over here. Now the island chain is finally one country, one unity. Very big accomplishment. I'll tell you more about how he was able to accomplish that as we go together. All right, good. You guys ready to go? Okay, Chad. That was another female. When you can see the turtle dive and their back goes up, and you see the rear of their 2 feet, if you see a giant tail, that's the male. If you don't see a tail, that's the females. But look, they're all over here right now, and they're feeding on the seaweed here. That's a kind of a bigger one over there. You can see his head, and that's another female there. It's about 10 females to every male. Yeah, they're all over feeding right now. And look all the way up the side of the reef. If you look up towards that green buoy, you're gonna see all kinds of heads. Look at them all.
Yeah.
There's literally hundreds of turtles down in this area. One of the cool things is the river we're going to go up. It has a couple springs right at the entrance of it, and it flows cold water out here. So it keeps the coral and the seaweed healthy. It keeps the temperatures right so the invasive algae don't cover the reef. And so we have actually a healthy reef right here. And look at that big coral head right underneath us there.
Yeah.
To our left there, you guys are gonna look down, it's gonna get really deep. And what they did is they dynamited the hole in the reef to let the boats come in. So the turtles will kind of come from that deep water and then come over here and feed on this shallow stuff that we're looking down at here. And look at these beautiful coral heads here. Unfortunately, the world's corals are getting very damaged, and we have some good specimens here still surviving because of the cold water. I was just on the eastern shore yesterday, and the invasive algae now are just smothering and killing the reef over there. Oh, look to your left. Look down. Look down.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the female, see the rear, the feet.
Behind you on your right.
Yeah, Bo, look, yeah, it's coming under you almost now to your right.
Oh, they got one right there.
Yeah, yeah, so these all to me, they seem like in their teens and to maybe in their 20s. They actually give birth on the northern island chain. They migrate back here. And when they first get back here, they look like a dinner plate with like a golf ball size head. That's like a 1-year-old right there. And then from there, oh, that's a bigger one there popped up on you. But yeah, we're seeing all different ages here. Turtles, they have a very small brain, but it's highly intelligent for the size of that brain. You know, we kind of compare like smart brains to big brains. Turtles have a small brain, but highly intelligent. They have to navigate up to that northern island chain, which is pretty hard to do. Yeah, look at that one. They're just all over right now. They're all over here. Going right to us. They fully see us. You know, we're not intimidating them or scaring them, so they're have no problem. The one coming up right in between us right here, he's gonna pop his head up. Yeah.
How long can they hold their breath?
About 11 to 15 minutes. It depends on what they're doing too. If they're like looking for seaweed, kind of going, what they do is they want to eat the seaweed. So like a cow, they go up and down and eat, up and down and eat. And that about 11 minutes. When they want to just kind of cruise down there and they're not exerting all that energy, 15, 20 minutes, they sometimes will rest underwater and just sit down there for it seems like forever. So we can, if you guys want, we can keep going up to the point. We'll see more turtles, and we're going to come through this area on the way back. And there's also a lot of turtles in the river as well. Okay.
Awesome.
And since the conditions are nice, I'm just going to paddle right along the side of the reef here, and you can see they're all along the outside, all the way up to the green buoy.
Boom, 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 boom.
Paddle along the cable path here.
That is so cool.
Good job.
Baby, look how big it was. They're coming out after us.
Yeah, so they have a couple different things. They have the barnacles, which is okay. And then lately it's been like a deer herd that gets out of control. And scientists say that there's not enough healthy seaweed to support the enormous population.
So it's recommended.
So they're getting into like almost like a humorous kind of growth.
This is already better than
So they went to the public and
Oh, look to your left, hon.
pretty big shell on that side. Yeah, they're just all sides.
This is so cool.
You know, they're like flying there.
Oh my goodness, that's a big boy. That's the female, I think.
We have an incredible wave that comes in here.
Check out that rainbow over there.
It's going to start to pick it up right now.
We're about to go past the point,
We only get
head back
20
into the
seconds
river,
of rain here, so it's really not a lot. We get a lot of mist and stuff.
but the view is pretty spectacular. Got rain over there, obviously, and sun coming through.
You guys get like 3 and 4.
Ripped off the roof, everything. 95-mile-an-hour wind. Picked up the grill and threw it across.
What was that?
A neighbor has it.
A turtle. We're heading up the river now. See if we see any turtles up here. All the crabs on these rocks are here. Oh my goodness, so many of them. Just everywhere. These trees are so cool along the water. The roots just kind of drop down into the water. So cool. Yeah, like completely exposed half of the root system. Turtle under the water resting. Quick stop at Turtle Beach. We're not seeing any turtles on the beach, but it is a little bit later in the morning. Lots of people are here now, so they might have moved on, but we saw plenty back at the kayak, so Got a turtle on the beach here. I'm gonna go say hi. Yeah.